We told you about the Special 30 meeting. Let's get you more details on what the Special 30 team is like. These are 30 state ministers made in charge or co-in charges for the 10 by-poll seats in Uttar Pradesh. Each seat has a total of 2 to 3 ministers as in charge or co-in charge. Both deputy chief ministers, though, are not a part of this list. So that's what the Special 30 essentially looks like. Let me take in a word from Amit Singh joining us with more details. Amit, पहले तो हमें ये जो Special 30 की जो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन है, जो ये एक स्पेशल 30 बनाया गया है बाइपोल को मद्देनजर रखते हुए, इसके बारे में और जानकारी दीजिए। स्पेशल 30 का हिस्सा कौन कौन है, क्योंकि जो उप मुख्यमंत्री है वो इस लिस्ट में नहीं है, तो इसके बारे में हमें पहले बताइए।
जी हाँ, देखिए मैं आपको बताऊं कि एक विधानसभा सीट पर 3 मंत्री, यही रेशियो निकल कर आता है। और मुख्यमंत्री ने जब यहीं पर अपने आवास पर आज बैठक बुलाई है। ये बैठक 1.25 घंटे चली है, मैंने 1 घंटे 15 मिनट तक ये बैठक चली है। इस बैठक में दोनों डिप्टी सीएम को नहीं बुलाया गया, दोनों डिप्टी सीएम नदारत है। ऐसा कहा जा रहा है कि ये जो प्रभारी मंत्री हैं, जिनको अपने विधानसभा सीट को प्रभारी दिया गया, वो अपने विधानसभा क्षेत्र में घूम कर आए हैं और आज रिपोर्ट जो है मुख्यमंत्री योगी आदित्यनाथ को यहाँ पर दिया। उसके बाद जो मूल मंत्र बताया जा रहा है मुख्यमंत्री योगी आदित्यनाथ ने इन मंत्रियों को दिया है कि जिस तरीके से रामपुर विधानसभा उपचुनाव जीते थे पिछले टेन्योर में, जिस तरीके से आजमगढ़ लोकसभा उपचुनाव जीते हैं पिछले टेन्योर में, ठीक उसी के तर्ज पे उसी तरीके से लोगों से कनेक्शन बनाकर वो 10 विधानसभा सीट पर उपचुनाव में जीतेंगे। और एक सीट पर 3 प्रभारी मंत्री, यानी 10 सीटों के लिए 30 प्रभारी मंत्रियों को नियुक्त किया गया है। इसके अलावा संगठन की तरफ से भी उपाध्यक्ष, अध्यक्ष, महासचिव, सचिव और जो जिले के अध्यक्ष हैं, उपाध्यक्ष, वो भी उन सीटों पर लगातार मेहनत करते रहेंगे और कार्यकर्ताओं जो हैं वो पब्लिक से सीधे कनेक्शन बना कर रखेंगे ताकि इन 10 विधानसभा सीट पर वो बीजेपी जीत जाए। कहा ऐसा जा रहा है कि अब योगी आदित्यनाथ को इन 10 विधानसभा सीट के उपचुनाव के लिए फ्री हैंड दिया गया है, इसलिए मुख्यमंत्री ने 30 प्रभारी मंत्रियों को बनाया है। 2 डिप्टी सीएम को नहीं बुलाया गया, दोनों को। केशव प्रसाद मौर्य तो दिल्ली में थे, बीते कल उनकी जेपी नड्डा से मुलाकात हुई है, लेकिन ब्रिजेश पाठक ऐसा कहा जा रहा है कि वो लखनऊ में ही हैं। उसके बावजूद वो इस बैठक में नहीं थे क्योंकि उन्हें नहीं बुलाया गया है। बहरहाल इसके पीछे मनसा कुछ भी हो, लेकिन सवाल अब सीधे उठ रहा है कि क्या सब कुछ ठीक चल रहा है यूपी बीजेपी में। और दूसरी तरफ देखें तो कल केशव प्रसाद मौर्य की मीटिंग हुई है जेपी नड्डा राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष के साथ। उसके बाद बीजेपी प्रदेश अध्यक्ष भूपेंद्र सिंह चौधरी के साथ भी मीटिंग हुई है बीजेपी राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष जेपी नड्डा की, और दोनों की ये मीटिंग अलग अलग हुई है। केशव प्रसाद मौर्य की जो मीटिंग हुई, उस मीटिंग के बाद आज सुबह में केशव प्रसाद मौर्य एक ट्वीट कर देते हैं और फिर से वो अपनी बात को रिपीट करते हैं कि सरकार से बड़ा संगठन होता है। तो जाहिर तौर पर जब एक तरफ मुख्यमंत्री योगी आदित्यनाथ विधानसभा सीटों में जीत हासिल करने के लिए, उपचुनाव में जीत हासिल करने के लिए मूल मंत्र अपने प्रभारी मंत्रियों को दे रहे हैं, तो दूसरी तरफ केशव प्रसाद मौर्य की तरफ से ठीक इस बैठक से पहले एक ट्वीट कर दी जा रही है कि सरकार से बड़ा संगठन होता है। और इस बैठक में जहां पर मुख्यमंत्री योगी आदित्यनाथ मंत्रियों की कर रहे थे, इसमें संगठन का कोई नहीं था। ये पहले से डिसाइडेड था कि प्रभारी मंत्री जो कि अपने क्षेत्र में घूम के आए, जिन्हें जिस विधानसभा का प्रभार दिया गया है वो वहां से घूम के आए, तो वो अब रिपोर्ट जो है मुख्यमंत्री योगी आदित्यनाथ का देंगे। तो संगठन की तरफ से किस तरीके से रणनीति बनाई जा रही है, ये भी देखने वाली बात होगी। जी
अमित, धन्यवाद हमारे साथ जुड़ने के लिए। We'll keep reconnecting with you as and when we pick up more details. Aman Sharma joining us on the broadcast as well. We also have with us Arun Dhanta. But before I come to you, Arun, Aman, what is the overall picture emerging from Uttar Pradesh as we speak? These signs of internal rumblings within the BJP, how clear are they? Because let's not forget, the by-poll on 10 seats is most certainly a litmus test for the Bharatiya Janata Party, more so since the BJP's Lok Sabha performance.
Well, absolutely. And the Lok Sabha performance where the NDA could win only 36 seats and the opposition camp has won 43 seats in UP. The genesis of this discord is obviously from that setback. Who takes responsibility? What were the reasons that the BJP fell so much short of their initial, aim in UP? And that UP is the reason why the BJP's tally overall in the Lok Sabha is down to 240. So obviously UP, the responsibility has to be set. Who is responsible has to be ascertained. series of events have happened since Keshav Prasad Maurya, who's the Deputy Chief Minister, has been perpetually complaining that the organization is not being given due importance in UP. The bureaucracy is outweighing the organization, and this is something that has reflected many a time in Mr. Maurya's statements. He has camped for most of the last month in Delhi, meeting senior ministers, giving this statement on July 15th in the state executive meeting in Lucknow in the presence of all Mr. JP Nadda and other senior ministers of the UP government and the chief minister, that nobody is bigger than the organization. That has really sat the cat amongst the pigeons, I would say, in the UP BJP. Now, Mr. Maurya also met JP Nadda yesterday, where Mr. JP Nadda has advised Mr. Maurya and other leaders of the UP that they need to work at a combined unit for these upcoming 10 by-polls, which are very, very crucial, because these 10 upcoming by-polls, the BJP is very desperate to perform very well in them. Out of these 10 by-polls, 5 seats were held by the NDA and 5 of them were held by the opposition camp. So clearly the BJP is looking at not just retaining its own 5 seats where its MPs have won, but also go beyond and make a dent in the opposition camp. The opposition's intention is also the same, to dent into the BJP camp. Now we see this Yogi Adityanath doing this big meeting today in UP with 30 ministers, where all 10 seats are getting 2 to 3 in charges and co-in charges, but both the deputy CMs were neither invited to this meeting nor are they part of this Super 30 in a way. So that is also raising now big questions as CM Yogi Adityanath taking the reins, control in his hand of these 10 by-polls. What role will the 2 deputy chief ministers have, who are not said to be on the best terms with the chief minister? So this is the entire genesis, but the central BJP is trying to nip this discord in the bud and trying to make the BJP leaders see reason and work together for these upcoming 10 by-polls.
And, it's most urgent for the BJP to address these concerns or, these internal rumblings, because otherwise it's going to end up being advantage opposition. We're going to see the opposition very soon, pick on this and then talk about the unity within the BJP camp. But Arun, tell us a little bit about what these meetings indicate and what really have you been able to learn about the activity that's been witnessed at JP Nadda's residence. Why are these separate meetings happening when the concern is about Uttar Pradesh and the goal is to ensure maximum gains for the BJP as far as the upcoming by-polls are concerned?
Well, see, post the results, we've been speaking to various BJP leaders, and they were saying that the results which they got from the Uttar Pradesh was not on expected lines. They were not aware of the things which were happening on the ground. They were expecting to go over the previous tally which they got in 2019, but it happened other way around. They reduced to 33 with their allies, and so therefore now the challenge is for them is to keep their flock together in Uttar Pradesh, because the defeat which they got, the numbers which they got in Uttar Pradesh gave opportunity to the opposition to really hit hard on BJP. And ever since BJP got 240 seats, we saw that how opposition parties have been taking advantage of the situation when BJP has not got full majority. They required the support of the allies. Now Uttar Pradesh is something where central leadership of BJP is focusing at this moment, because that's the place where not only that disgruntlement which is emerging, but also you have important by-elections in the state, because that will give more impetus if it doesn't augur results as BJP is expecting to the opposition parties. They will really go hit hard on the BJP. So therefore at this moment it appears that they have given this free hand to Yogi Adityanath, because discussion happened in that state executive meeting in Lucknow where JP Nadda was part of, and of course it's quite in the open that there is some sort of disgruntlement amongst the senior leadership in BJP, whether it is Keshav Prasad Maurya or the state chief or Yogi Adityanath. And perhaps that's the reason why we saw yesterday Keshav Prasad Maurya coming to Delhi, meeting BJP chief JP Nadda separately, and then another meeting happened with the Uttar Pradesh chief Bhupendra Chaudhary. And we are given to understand that both of them flagged the concerns related to the administration and also the lethargy and the lackadaisical approach of the workers due to not getting that support from the administration. So somehow, indirectly, the attack was, of course, on Yogi Adityanath. On the other hand, of course, Yogi Adityanath is eyeing on that by-election, because there have been multiple voices. Some of them are supporting Yogi Adityanath. They are saying that during the time when the candidates were finalized for Uttar Pradesh, he was not consulted properly. The tickets which he wanted to to give to somebody else. It was given to somebody else. But there are a few voices which says that Yogi Adityanath was part of 5 meetings of that ticket distribution which happened. So I think both the sides are putting forth their viewpoint. But ultimately,
Yes.
what we